What's up, guys? This is episode 27. It is November 27th right now, the eve of Thanksgiving 2019. Wanted to get a podcast out for you guys because I know a lot of us got a little time off the next couple of days with the fam, with the turkey, with the potatoes, and with the stuffing. So, before we get rolling, just wanted to say I'm thankful for you guys and everyone that listens, even though I know it's not a ton, but I appreciate the support. And let's get into episode 27 here. Man, I can't believe it's already Thanksgiving. I don't even know what I'm trying to do with my hair right now. I'm due for a haircut, but dang, these prices these days for haircuts, you get what you pay for, you know. You want that cost cutters haircut, that $20 haircut, or do you want to spend $36 on a haircut? Either way, excited to be back. Thanksgiving's coming up tomorrow. We always in my mind, when I say we, it's just me talking to myself. Thanksgiving always sneaks up on us. It always sneaks up on us. And we know what time it is every year because it's always on a Thursday near the end of November. But it still sneaks up on us. And the older you get, when you get to the ripe old age of 29 years and, let's see, how old am I? Like 4 months, almost 5 months, 29, 4 months. Time just starts moving a little faster. And it's not because I'm on West Coast time anymore, not the Midwest time. It's because just you get busier and you get older and things kind of sneak up on you. And definitely being out here without much fam, it feels a lot different. And it kind of snuck up on us a little quick this year, quicker than usual. And yeah, Thanksgiving's sneaking up. It's going to be here tomorrow. Got to work, of course. People still need their therapy. People still need to be helped. So I'm thankful that I can spend a little time giving on Thanksgiving instead of taking. Thanksgiving's probably five or six or seventh favorite holiday of the year. And mostly just because of the food. Most of the time I'm thankful year round for things, even if it doesn't seem that way. But for the most part, I'm pretty thankful with everything considered. And I'm just looking forward to the meal. Chef Chris, a.k.a. Chef Christy Byer, a.k.a. soon-to-be Chef Christy Munt, will be cooking some food along with my brother and sister-in-law and her side of the family. So still having some family time over Thanksgiving. Gonna be well fed, so nothing to worry about there. But yeah, I'm thankful. A lot happened this past year, and I'm thankful everything's going I guess kind of accordingly to plan, as they say. That's what some experts say. But yeah, I was thinking today too, like what I should be thankful for. Like I said, I'm always kind of thankful for things, especially in my profession. I'm not thankful for my profession. That sounds kind of bad, but I am, but I'm not. I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn from other people, other people's mistakes mostly. And I'm thankful that I get to meet a lot of people, whether they're good or bad. So I'm thankful for that. What else am I thankful for? The health, good health, good wealth, all that stuff I'm thankful for. And if you've noticed in the first, 4 minutes here, if I sound a little bit, more confident and less nasally and stuff, it's because I got it's not a neti pot, but it's a squirt. It's like a squirt gun for your nose, and you put salt, saline in with distilled water, and then you hold it up and you squirt gun your nose. Goes up to your sinus cavity, flushes that out, and then it comes out the other side of your nose. So if you've never done it, it reminds me of like the videos where people are laughing and the nose or the milk comes out of their nose. So it's like that, but with water, saline. So I've been doing that the last couple of days. So I feel, less raspy, less staticky upstairs, and I'm breathing better. So that's the important part. So if you've been having a little bit of allergies or a little congestion and you want some decongestion, then I can't remember what the brand is called, but you can get them at like CVS or Walgreens. They're just a little, squirt gun tube looking thing that shoots up water into your nose, but it helps. So shout out to me for getting that self-help that I need. And speaking of like self-help things, I was thinking today, like, some people, what do I want to say? Some people, I should say, like me included, don't want to help ourselves. What I mean by that is, I guess I see it more than everyone else, but just because of my line of work. But a lot of people want help, but they don't want to help themselves. And I'll get to this in a minute, but I've been reading this book about stuff. And I just noticed a lot of people want to get better and want to do stuff, but they don't want to do it. They want someone else to do it or another reason to do it. Or, they want help, but they don't want to administer self-help. And I do that too a lot too. Sometimes I look for other things to motivate me or other people to help me when I can do it myself. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's just crazy to think about some people that are in certain situations, for example, like healthcare, and they're where they're at, and they could be somewhere else if they just did a little bit of self-help. And it's easy to rely on others because then you can blame others, but I think we're just losing a little bit of self-help and that kind of thing. Because, like, I was thinking about buying this watch to work out. It's called a Whoop. There it is. Whoop watch. And I was thinking today, I was like, well, Black Friday's coming up. Cyber Monday's coming up. Like, put those together. That's a good deal. I could probably afford one. And I was like, man, I just want the watch so that I could be motivated to like work out. But secretly I feel like maybe I want the watch to make me work out. But either way, that's not the root of the cause. It's like, the watch isn't going to make me work out just because I have it. I just want it. So I think that it'll make me want to work out or something like that. Does that make sense? Like, I want it to help me get out of whatever funk I'm in or things like that. Or like when you got some kind of problem and you know how to find the answer, but you don't want to do it. So you ask someone that knows how to do it. So you just do it. So they do it for you. It's like you don't really want, you want help. You don't want to self-help. You want someone else to help you. And I wonder what all that comes down to. Anyways, the whole reason I got on the self-help kind of thing is because I like those kind of things. Like self-help books. I like motivational speakers, Tony Robbins. I like that stuff to a point. which is a lot of people scoff or a lot of people make fun of it, I guess. But whatever jacks you up, I guess. So I just been seeing a lot lately of people that want help, but then when you give help, it's like they want you to do it. Does that make sense? And I don't know what that is, but I just been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, no one wants to help themselves. You know, it's like we're still all sucking on the teat a little bit. And I do it all the time. I just trying to think of, how I can help myself more. Yeah, because I've been reading this book. I haven't started reading my brother's book yet, who he just came out with a book unreleased to the public. But I've been reading this book. It's called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. I've been following Mr. Goggins around the Instagrams and social medias for a while. First heard him on the Rich Roll podcast. And he's a hard dude, was a Navy SEAL, did all that, runs ultra marathon runner, 100-mile races. And kind of his whole thing is being mentally tough and all that kind of stuff. And it kind of makes me feel like a wimp sometimes when I read it. But it's also good to hear. So if you're interested in anything like that, like a good book to kind of get you jacked up, it's called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Got about 100 pages left on that. So I've just been nosying up to the book because, I read for like 2.5 hours last night, but I only read like 30 pages because it takes me a good while to read a page. And so I'm trying to get better at that. But yeah, that's a good book. It got me a lot. It's making me think a lot about a lot of things. Talks about his childhood. And I know everyone out there has a biography or a podcast has talked about their childhood or talked about their struggles and trials and tribulations. But, yeah, I don't know. I think, I need to start helping myself more, whatever that may be. So I've been thinking a lot about that. And just when I see it in people that, that I'm helping at work or here or there, and like, everyone wants to be better, but they don't want to do it. And I feel like I'm just falling in that trap sometimes. So got to get out of the funk. And hopefully, this book maybe gets me out of the funk for a little bit. And then hopefully I can find something else. But I'll keep you updated on that. It's a good book. Secondly, I know you'll probably notice the cool artwork behind me, aka Fortnite. So I got some cool studio merch now. It's not merch, it's just from Goodwill. Llama, Fortnite Llama. And I got the Trail Guide to the Body. Those are flashcards about body parts. So some things that I like are Fortnite and body parts. So I thought I'd start getting some more bling out, trying to be fancy and stuff. And yeah, so yeah, Thanksgiving's coming up, and I'm excited. Even though I gotta work, it should be a short day. Get that holiday pay, and then it's off to eat and be merry and enjoy a little family company. We do got the football on tomorrow, and that is exciting. Been on the fantasy league grind this year, and my team's currently in second place, tied for second place with the playoffs coming up after this weekend. So pivotal weekend of football here, and we got games tomorrow. We got the Bears at the Lions, Bills at the Cowgirls, and Saints Falcons tomorrow night. So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe watch a little football, watch people eat, and do a little eating myself, and do all that. But yeah, what else was I going to talk about? Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm excited for Thanksgiving. There's a lot to be thankful for, and Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to talk about earlier with trying to help myself, but still haven't. I thought a lot about my last episode, even though it came out like 3 days ago, about what I want to do with my life, and I still don't know what I want to do. But I know it helps talking out loud by myself, and then sharing it with you guys. So, did get some cool responses to the last episode. People were pretty supportive of me and stuff like that. But yeah, this past weekend, prior to this latest episode, took a little field trip out southwest Oregon coastal, little field trip, day trip, night trip out to Yax, Oregon. It's pretty south on the coast. Took Walter, Christy, did a little tent camping, kind of right off the coast. It was kind of raining all night. Started a fire with wet wood, so shout out to me. And yeah, saw the coast. Went pretty far south on the coast, and went to this place called Devil's Churn. It's quite interesting. It's just kind of like a butt crack on the coast that water goes in and out. And so it's kind of like a little, I don't know what it is, but it was interesting to see. I got some good pictures of that. But a lot of driving. We went to our new favorite Oregon brewery called Two Town Cider House. I'm pretty sure I've drank a few beers on here of those. So that was kind of fun too. Was less than it was kind of underwhelming when we went to the brewery because it was like in this industrial strip mall. So it was kind of like we thought there was gonna be food and like fun stuff, but it was pretty like strip mall brewery type thing. But the beer was still good. So Two Town Cider House, they got great beer. So shout out to them. Yeah, went to the coast, spent the night. Saw some dude walking around. We stayed in, I can't even remember the town we stayed in, but there's this one place that had pizza, and we got pizza. While we were waiting for that, this guy on a bike with no shoes, pretty sure he was homeless, was walking around. And it was like 40 degrees out without shoes, and I was waiting outside with Walt, and he was walking by and talking to me, and I could smell the booze from about 5 feet away on his breath. But yeah, his feet were probably pretty cold that night. But I think someone tried to give him shoes, but they weren't big enough. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that. But yeah, I think that made me think just now. We didn't really have homeless people really. And we never saw people struggling like that back in Iowa. We didn't, we maybe see, a guy on the corner every once in a while trying to hitch a ride to Omaha or something. But really, what you see here with the homeless population, it is very different. And what do I want to say? I don't know how I feel about them, because sometimes I feel sympathy and empathy, and then other times I feel like Rick Grimes, and I'm just driving through The Walking Dead and there's just zombies everywhere around. And that's pretty mean to say, but I don't know. I haven't had any bad experiences yet, besides the one homeless guy outside our house that one morning that was stopping traffic with his wiener. But other than that, displaced, homeless, whatever the case may be, it's been pretty interesting working where I'm working now, because we do get a few homeless people in every once in a while. By and I mean they come through the system and they end up at our skilled building for a while. And it's always interesting to talk with them and hear their stories. Most of them have some sort of history of some sort of substance abuse. That seems to be a common theme. At least 99.9% of them, and or comorbidity or correlated mental health illness. So you don't see much people doing it willingly. I think most of those people that are homeless willingly are hiking through the Pacific Crest Trail or Appalachian Trail and do not intend to be homeless for an extended period of time. So, most people are relatively stable if they're not homeless. But who knows? I haven't been out on the front lines, nor do I want to be necessarily. But it is interesting to think about. So I am thankful that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's I don't know what my feelings are towards them. I feel like once I meet them, it probably wouldn't be as bad as if I didn't meet them, if you know what I mean. Because it's easy to judge a book by its cover. So I'll just say that. But, golden rule, treat others the way you'd like to be treated, or treat others as if it's you living a different life. So just got to keep that in mind sometimes too. Yeah, man, I can't believe Thanksgiving's coming up, and then Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Those are big holidays. Oh, we went to, speaking of shopping and stuff, went to the Nike store for the first time, the Nike employee store. It's a big deal out here in Portland, actually Beaverton, because the Nike headquarters are based in Beaverton, which is a suburb of Portland. So they got this Nike employee store. I got hooked up with a pass. So me and Christy went to the Nike employee store, and it was cool. I don't own anything Nike really. I'm more of an Under Armour guy per se. But that's some cool stuff. I'll give them that. It was cool going to the Nike store and feeling the vibe of everything. And man, people were balling out, buying shopping carts of stuff, and they're not giving away that stuff even with the employee discounts or the employee store discounts. So it was like 40% off your purchase of wholesale items or regular priced items. So still expensive, but your boy got hooked up. I got some new shoes, some new training shoes, and I was kind of like thinking about, I just thought about that. Maybe I got the shoes to make me think I need to motivate me to work out more. Like I was talking about earlier, like trying to self-help. I wanted the shoes to make me work out more, not actually doing it. But then I actually got 2 pairs of shoes, one of which being basketball shoes, which I haven't played basketball in probably like a year and 6 or 8 months. But I got my first pair of legit basketball shoes. I wanted to get some Jordans because they're iconic, but there's only one Jordan in my era, and that is LeBron James. So I went with the LeBron James all black Soldier 13s or something, and they're pretty dope. Hopefully start balling a little bit, see me in the painted area, in the low post, moving people around with them shoes. So I'm excited about that. Got some b-ball shoes. I know there's a few leagues in Portland, as well as there is a pick to play. They have this league in Portland called Pick to Play, where you can sign up the day of or like a couple days before. You sign up, you show up. There's 6 people on each team. There's referees, and you can play like intermittently. So you could pay 1 day a week. You could pay 7 days a week. You just have to pay each time. You just show up, and you're on this team with these other 5 people, and there's a ref. It's like a real game. So I'm gonna get on that, and I'll let you guys know how many points and rebounds and assists and blocks and blocks that I average per game. So I'm going to keep stats of my basketball career here in Portland. I think I'm going to try and go out Sunday for the first time. Try and sign up for a game of pickup ball on Sunday. So I'll let you know how that jump shot is. Okay? You feel me? But yeah, no, I couldn't. I don't see myself as wearing Jordans. I don't think I'm that cool. Honestly, I don't think I have that swag for it. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, you probably right. Yeah, you right. You don't necessarily have at all swag. You couldn't rock the J's, as they say, but I got them LeBrons because I'm 29 going on 30. And there's nothing I hate more than people, aka basketball fans, who don't know anything about basketball, but I guess people my age or younger. And I'm gonna do some fact checking here. Because people my age, 29 and younger, especially those that are younger than me. Okay. Yeah, I got some ammo here now. So the people younger than me, I was 8 years old when Michael Jordan won his last championship. I was 1 year old when he won his first championship. So he won a championship. Michael Jordan won it in 91, 92, 93. He left a year. The next year they got bounced out of the playoffs. No one's talking about that. And then they went on 96, 97, 98. They won another three-peat. So they had 2 three-peats. So if you were my age, 29, you were 6, 7, 8 years old when Michael Jordan was at the peak prowess of his basketball career. Pretty admirable. 6, 7, 8 years old. After that, fizzled out a little bit, kind of came down to earth. But if you're my age, 29 and younger, and you tell me that Michael Jordan was the best basketball player that you've ever seen or the best basketball player, and you argue with me, I just don't know if I can take you seriously, because when I was 6, 7, 8, I don't even remember that. I remember flashbacks of being in like first grade and like bits and pieces here, but at no point in my life between the ages 6 and 8 did I have the intellect to judge a basketball player's ability against his peers in the NBA. You know, I wasn't Stephen A. Smith at 6, 7, 8, where I could break down film and judge a basketball player by his ability against his peers who are also professionals. So with that being said, so I had to go with the LeBron shoes in long because he is my Michael Jordan. You know, people that are older than me, 4, 5, 6 years older than me, yeah, when they were 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and they were growing up as a kid in junior high watching MJ Bulls, run the show. That's different. That's peak age for being a childhood hero, all that stuff. But to me, the best basketball player I've ever seen is LeBron James. And I started watching basketball. My first year I started watching basketball was when Detroit Pistons, the first year I can really remember watching basketball. Actually, I do remember just intermittently watching the Jazz Bulls final, which I think that was the 98 finals. I remember my grandpa watching it, but I had no idea what was going on. But anyways, my first memories of basketball were probably the year, let me see what year they won. With the Detroit Pistons. Pistons championships. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, so wow, backs up my point. Was the years that the Detroit Pistons won the championship. Okay, let me NBA champions by year. Let me see if this. Actually, you know what? The Sixers. The Sixers with Allen Iverson when they played the Lakers. I think that was actually my first memory. Let's see. Lakers. Okay, so that was 2000. That was kind of my first remembering anything was the Lakers against the Sixers because of Allen Iverson. And then I kind of fizzled out a couple of years. I don't really remember the Lakers, San Antonio, New Jersey series. But then, 2004 was when I kind of really got into it. That's when the Detroit Pistons beat the LA Lakers in the NBA Finals. That was my first year kind of following basketball, and that was in 2004, so I would have been 13, going on 14. And I remember that was my first year of going into basketball. Subsequently, that was, I think LeBron James was drafted in 2003. He was in the 2003 draft class, so that might have been his first year. I was 13, 14, which is the ripe age to love sports and things like that. And other people, they probably watched it growing up too, but man, I just have a hard time with people younger than me saying they like MJ or that, not that they like MJ, that MJ is the best player when they've never probably seen him play or remember him playing besides highlights that they've seen. But in the end, it really doesn't matter. I didn't think I was going to talk that long on it, but that's why I didn't get a pair of Jordans. So I got the LeBrons because, one, I can't pull off Jordans. 2, LeBron is my Michael Jordan. And 3, because they were all black. But I did want to get those Charlotte Hornet Jordans too. Those were really cool. I went to the Nike store. Long story short, everything's expensive. Felt like a hobo there, but ended up getting a couple pair of shoes, getting the soon-to-be wifey some stuff. She got some shoes and other things. So it was a good experience. Definitely want to go back, check out the Nike store. That's the cool thing about living in Portland. You got the Columbia store, the employee store. Columbia is based here. You got the Nike employee store. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff too. I think like Hydro Flask is from Bend or something like that. And, there's just a bunch of big companies here, and there's some cool things about living in the city that you don't get living in rural Iowa or wherever else. So it's cool. It's got its perks. Definitely want to go back to the Nike store too. I think that's all I'm going to say. I didn't think I'd talk about Michael Jordan, those guys. But, shout out to the NFL games tomorrow. I'm picking the Bears, I'm picking the Bills, and I'm picking the Saints to win. Shout out to those teams that they play and they win. Also, Black Friday, check out them deals. Online, I'm sure Cyber Monday. Don't go crazy. Have fun on Thanksgiving. Be thankful. Try and help yourself more. I'm going to try and help myself more. And who knows, I might even get a new sports watch for Black Friday. And what else? I think that's it. Just wanted to get an episode out that you guys could listen to a little bit on your time off. So miss y'all. Appreciate y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. We're going to be right around the corner. Christmas is coming up. New Year's is coming up. Those resolutions better be in pen. Don't put them in pencil. That's all I got for you guys today. Other than that, enjoy your weekend. I'll probably get a new episode out later this week, maybe Sunday, Monday-ish. Keep you guys updated on my fantasy football team as well. As always, If you can subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, if you could like us, subscribe on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, what else? Instagram, follow us. Facebook's follow us. SoundCloud. We're on the SoundCloud too. And for some reason, all these rappers always hit me up when I post stuff about stuff. So if you're a SoundCloud rapper and you like what I'm spitting, get at me, of course. And that's all I got for you guys today. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. I shall see you when I see you next. Be thankful. Be thankful. Sure am. So see you guys.